What is going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Pepe Coin today. We're going to talk about Pepe, and I'm going to do a little rendition on Jesus Coin too, a little update there. But that'll come toward the end of the video. If you're more interested in that, go to the end. But if you want to see what I have to say about Pepe as well, just stick around, watch. It's going to be a short video. There's not much to say. Pepe's bad, Jesus Coin is good. That's it. Adios. No, but really, Pepe does look bad. I'll give a little bit more of an in-depth reason as to why I think that. Let's use a simple kind of like idea here, okay? So from bottom here, we had a nice little bounce from bottom to top. That was a nice little bounce, 117%. You know, on an asset that just went 1,000x or 10x up, 1,000% up or more actually. Let's just see here. From bottom to top, like 2,600x. That's small potatoes, but 117%. That's awesome. If you caught half of that, that's if you caught 20% of that, that's awesome. You know, great. Okay, 117%. We're not gonna sit too much on that. From this low to this high, it's 31%. A little bit less. Still nice, but less. Definitely less. From this low to this high, 38%. You can't really see it, but it is 38%. A little bit nicer, right? From this low to this high, 34%. Okay, so we've had some 30%ers, you know, 31, 38, 34. From this low to this high, 26%. It's not as good. I'd still love to catch even 10%. You know, you know, it's great, but the thing, if it's not obvious already, in my opinion, what's happening is we're having lackluster pumps. We're having lackluster pumps. This 117% one was a nice one, and then it got small after that. We had a little one right here, but ultimately, right, all these were just lower highs, lower high pumps. All, let's see, and these all happened right before we made moves to the next low, right, the lower low, the lower, right here, and I guess we didn't make a lower low immediately with this one. We can discount that, but this one, lower low, this one, lower low. This one, lower low. This one, I mean, already, basically, we're almost there at a lower low. It wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't surprise me if Pepe goes a lot lower. This is a very bearish candle. There's no volume. Let's pull it up on the Binance chart just to see, because Binance does have the most volume out of any exchange. Not a lot of volume. Volume is increasing as we go down. Not a good look. You know, from bottom to top here, I do remember saying, I forget when it was. When did I make my last Pepe video, or my Pepe video here? Let's see. A brief briefing on Jesus Coin. Let's just look real quick and see when I made that. Where is Pepe? Pepe. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. I'm sorry. I don't know. I forget when I made my last Pepe Coin video. Anyways, I'm going to stop looking. I know it was somewhere around here. And I said we might hold the 1272 and get a nice little pump. I remember saying that. We might get a little pop off of this. But what's it going to be? It's going to be like 30%, maybe a little bit over 30%. That's what I was saying. We didn't even get that. We didn't even, from a bottom to a top perspective on a daily point, from bottom to top, what did we get? 17% on Binance? Wow, that's nothing, man. We got more on Poloniex. The other chart I was looking at, this one has more historical data. That's why I was using that. But 17%, that's nothing, man. We really got nothing. If you're going off the Poloniex chart, it probably went up higher because there's less people trading it. So you're probably, you know, if you're on Binance, it's going to be harder to spike in different, you know, different numbers because there's more volume. There's more orders to get through. Anyways, what I'm trying to say, it's been a long rendition of rambling, just to say that I think that these pumps are getting smaller for a reason. Okay, we look at it. We look at Pepe, and it's been a very systematic, a little spikes here and there, right? But it's a pretty solid, just like formation down, right? Pretty solid, pretty consistent. It seems controlled. These pumps don't last long, whatever, but it's more or less controlled. Very much to the downside, definitely a straight line down, but controlled. It's not crazy. It's not just a dumpster fire. But when's the dumpster fire going to happen, right? Because we had a dumpster fire to the upside. Are we going to have a dumpster fire to the downside? I think we are. And I think the fact that these pumps are getting smaller, there's not enough juice to pump it up that much, or there's just too much juice to send it down. Either way, maybe a little this, a little bit of that. I think we're getting to it. And when I say the dumpster fire, I mean, yeah, man, we are going to see daily candles that, I mean, this one went up 90%. 90, you know, I don't think that we're going to drop 90% in a day. To the downside, it's different percentages, but could we drop 50% in a day? Oh yeah, we could drop 50% in a day. Could we drop 20%, 30% or more in a day? Oh yeah, I think so. These candles here, this 17% drop, 17% drop here, 27% drop here. This one, something like this. Yeah, we're probably going to get something like this, something like that, or bigger. These little candles, though, that Pepe's been experiencing, it's very controlled. It's about to get out of control. And when that happens, with the trajectory it's on, we're going to see some big moves to the downside. I do think Pepe has a date with destiny to a couple places, a few places. And I've said it in all my videos. We'll go over it again here. So from top to bottom, we measured that fib. To me, this is the most relative fib probably to be respected on Pepe's chart. We rejected the 236, held the 382. We're coming down lower, definitely getting below the 0.5. We showed a little bit of resilience there, but not really. I don't know. The 0.5 is nothing anyways, and it looks like we're going to make a move straight down to the 618. And what would that be from here? I mean, man, on a daily perspective, it's 30%. It literally is. It could be today. It could genuinely be today that we move 30% down to the 618. Maybe we move a little lower. Maybe we move to the 0.69 or the 0.786, whatever. Generally, I do what I expect for Pepe right now is we are going to go, or it's going to go to the 618, maybe a little bit below, but just like this 382, how it went a little bit below, but it held it on a closing basis. I think we're going to hold the 618 on a closing basis on the daily. So if it does go below, it might be a good time to long, but man, I mean, you could drop from here going to the 0.69, the next area of support. That's a 21% drop. So going long at the 0.618 is not a good idea until you see a bounce. You're not going to catch this bottom. If it bounces right off the 618 and you're up a little bit, you're not going to catch that bottom there. But I do expect that we will bounce off of this area, and once we do, we'll probably come back up to the 0.5 or the 382 even. We'll have a nice pump. It'll be a good little pump that we haven't seen in a while, just to get people excited and make people think that Pepe's going to new all-time highs when really it's going to lower lows than that. But I am expecting, at the moment, Pepe to bottom around the 786 or the 886, and generally, it doesn't have to happen exactly like this, but generally, if you're going to bottom at these areas, the 786 and the 886, before you do that, you find support on the 618, and then you come down, right? And then something like that. You stair step down. You don't just dumpster fire and then you're off to the races. So I think just as this has been a controlled move all the way down, it's been a very controlled move. I think we're about to see a little bit of that uncontrolled, that just like bearish power come in. I think it's going to be a little out of character for what we've been seeing. But I would expect that this 618 area holds. If it doesn't, if the 618 does not hold and we go below it on a closing basis especially, and we don't get above it immediately the next day, if we close below it and we, if anything, we do something like this, where we go below it, test it as resistance, this would be a very bad look. If we were to go below it and then come back up, test this as resistance, like if we the best look would be this out of all of them, but I gotta turn that down. Sorry guys. Turn it all the way down. There we go. Out of all of these, I think that this would be the best bearish move. Oops, keep going back. The worst thing to happen would be you blast through the 0.69, you're at the 786 or the 886. You go straight there. I mean, it's undeniable. It is absolutely undeniable that we're going to go to extensions, and that would be very bad for Pepe, anyone involved in Pepe. You think it's bad now, man. You think you've lost a lot now. That down there is a 90+% drop, like literally. And that could happen. It genuinely could happen. That's not what I'm anticipating. That's not what I'm calling for right now. I think this nice controlled drop, to me, it looks systematic. I would expect to see respect on the 618. We found respect on the 236 and the 382 after all, and even the 0.5. I very much would expect that we see respect on the 618. Maybe we wick below it and then we come up, but I would expect to move like this. If you wanted to get into Pepe, you wanted to go long on Pepe, or you're having a bad time and you want to get the hell out, I definitely would recommend getting out of Pepe. But if you want to buy it, I wouldn't recommend buying it until we're closer to this 618. And I do think we're going to get there. I think we could even go a little bit lower than it. But again, if we do, it would be something like this, a wick below, holding it on a closing basis. If we were to close below this line and we got back above it the next day, we're fine. We're totally fine, But a close and a break below this 618 area and not getting above it, in fact, even holding it as resistance or anything like that, would be very indicative to me that we're going to go 90% lower from here. In price, which I don't see happening at the current moment. I don't expect that. It could happen, but that's not what we're getting in the charts. It's not what I'm seeing yet. It could happen. We are showing very weak readings in the RSI, but that's all I got to say on Pepe. I don't want to go too much into this. I want to get into Jesus Coin real quick and then wrap this video up. So let's go with that. That's kind of my overall analysis. If I missed anything, please leave a comment. Just go over. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Ask me. I will go over it in another video for you specifically. This is such a small channel, guys. What the benefit of a small channel like this is like you like my videos, you subscribe, cool, whatever. Like that, I appreciate that. It's great. It helps the channel grow. But if you comment, you make a comment, you're talking directly to me. I will talk directly to you, and I will fulfill your requests if they're reasonable. I'm not gonna go like kill somebody or do anything like that, but I appreciate everybody in the comments. I appreciate all the love and support and the requests and just even the advice that people are throwing out there. Like I appreciate all of it, guys. Like I really do. I read every comment, and I don't have everyone's name remembered, but I need to start going through that because you guys are important, man. You're literally my top 100 subscribers, and I very much appreciate you all. Even the people who aren't subscribed, who are just viewers, I appreciate all of you guys. But without any further ado, without talking too much about it, feel free to comment. Feel free to just, if I forgot anything, if you want to hear something, if you have a question about something, or you want to see an example on a chart that you like or a stock that you're watching or curious about, go for it. I'm right here. You're right there. Like we can have this conversation literally. It takes time. I'm not, it's not like a cell phone call, but I will pay attention to everything that everybody's saying. I promise. Especially because it's so low. If I had 1 million followers like that, I would not be able to keep up with every comment. But for right now, we've got a really unique opportunity. So let's use it. Let's use it while the channel's small. Jesus Coin. We're gonna go on to Uniswap here, because this has the most data. This is in Ether. It's not in price, but same thing, right? If it goes up in Ether value, you're probably going to go up in price value. Yesterday, I made a video. Not yesterday. I guess technically this was yesterday, but this day here on the 13th. Technically it's the 14th where I am. So yes, yesterday. I made a video, I want to say right around here, and I said Jesus Coin looks like it wants to go up. It's doing the same thing it was doing on this day where it's red, and then it came back up and went green. I was saying I wouldn't be surprised, and that I definitely said, I sprinkled this throughout the bit, that anything could happen. We are near the highs here, the all-time highs. There's not a whole lot to go off of on the RSI. There's no readings. I don't even know why I have the indicators pulled up. But there's not a lot to go off on the RSIs. I just got a notification somehow. But it's not a good area to buy at. It's not a really nice area to buy at. I'm not buying it. I don't have it at all. I'm just giving my opinion on it. I'm probably not. I'm going to stay away from it. I'm probably not going to buy it. No offense to Jesus Coin. It's just not. It's on Uniswap. I'm very. It's hard for me to come to grips with like buying an altcoin that's only on Uniswap. I don't normally do that, but maybe if it gets on a bigger exchange or there's talk of that, then I will, because exchanges pump coins more than anything else. Like, you really want to pump a coin, get your coin listed, because that will pump it. But long story short, Jesus Coin looks bullish. We were saying that yesterday. We had a nice 27% pump versus Ethereum here. And now we're seeing, let's just see here, from top to bottom, it looks like it wants to go up 1272. It looks like it wants to go there at least, if not the 1618. So from the current price versus Ethereum, this would be 116 to a potential 351% gain. If we were to go on it versus the US dollar, which I don't use because there's a lot less data. There's a lot less data available. Still, we're going up. Still, we had a nice, we're going up. A little bit less probably because Ethereum's dropping, so the percentage on the Ethereum chart is going to be a little bigger. But that's why I wanted to include this chart, because I realized, the last chart, it's not in US dollars. So even if that goes up, it doesn't necessarily mean that this coin's going to gain price. But it is gaining price. And it's going to gain price quick against Ethereum. So either Ethereum's going to dump really hard, or this coin's going to gain a decent price while Ethereum dumps a little bit, From top to bottom here, just looking at this fib here, I would expect it. Man, this is beautiful. 618 was resistance, came back down, held the 382 as support, broke above it. You closed at it, proving it as resistance. You even wicked off the 382 further. I think this screams at once an extension, 1272 to the 1618. So from this point, from an actual dollar standpoint, you can expect on Jesus Coin anything from a 37 to a 69, 68% pump, something like that, versus the US dollar. That would be my personal expectation, something like that. I do think that this is a bullish formation. Bullish formations can break out bearishly, but you can see this is kind of like we got a base here at the top. It's ascending. It's an ascending triangle. This looks like it wants to go higher. Technically, if we were to be technical analysts here, being that this is a low cap coin and it's it's probably not traded that much, I am gonna not include these wicks up here. I'm gonna bring it to the closing basis. How you would measure this, because this is an ascending triangle. You can see it. If you can't see it, I'll help you. Right? I'll make this line white so that you're not wondering why one's white and one's green. White, and white. It's an ascending triangle. It looks like a triangle, right? And it's ascending. It's going up. That's why they call it an ascending triangle. From bottom to top of this line, you measure it like that. This is how you measure the breakout. When the price breaks above this line, this white line, from the point of breakout, you can expect a move that's up here. Now let's see if there's any fibs. And this would be the expected, the average move or whatever. It doesn't have to go this high. It could go higher. It could go slightly lower. It could go around here. But this is this is the measure move. That's what they call it, measure move. So from top here to bottom, and with these wicks, it's really hard to say. It is really, really hard to say. But the 1886 is up there. The 1618 is there. I think that we would definitely at least hit a price range around there, which, again, is around 28% to a 70% move, with the potential of a greater than a 100% move, because that is the measure move target, just being fair there. But with this chart, I don't know. The wicks can just be... I wonder if we had a closing basis fib. I wonder if that would be any better. Not really. I mean, there's respect on this one. There's respect on the closing basis fib. Maybe we only go to the 3618. Maybe it's just a little bit lower. But that's where we close. We can wick off of it. Yeah. This looks pretty well respected. I'm not going to lie. So maybe we do go to the 3618. Maybe it's a 110% move from here. But I am bullish on Jesus Coin at least to a 30% move from here. If not, more likely higher. More likely like a above 65% move from here. And on the Jesus Coin Ethereum chart, Ethereum, I use this one again. The reason why I use this chart, if there's any confusion, is because there's more historical data on it. It's got more stuff. It's not as short of a chart. So using something that's new, I want to get the most data I can, and this one has the most data. The unfortunate thing that I didn't think about in my last videos, it will, and probably very likely will, go up 200% from where I talked about it, right? It was, let's see, if we go on the daily, it was like right around here. I was saying we're going to get like a 200% move, something like that. And the reason I was saying that is because from top to bottom, the 1272 is right there, right? This 200% move, though, is not going to reflect in price. It's not going to gain 200% in price, unfortunately. It's only going to gain it against Ethereum. It could be in price. It could go higher than anything that I was just saying before. But as we just saw, right, Jesus USD, I mean, the only chart that I got for Jesus USD is right here on Poloniex. What? Is this the same chart? Am I confused? No. No. That's right, because Jesus, tether, right here. Jesus, this is wrapped in ETH on Uniswap. Okay, that's right. Okay, so the only one that's USD is on Poloniex, and this, this is all the chart that I have, and it's a lot smaller. We go back far enough, a lot bigger, a lot smaller, right? I'm going to take away all these lines. So with this, it does look bullish. The chart definitely does look bullish. I want to see from top to bottom here. It doesn't look like it's respecting the fibs too much. It's just running through it, man. I would definitely say it looks like it wants to go at least to the next extensions, which that is a 70% move, basically, man. It could go slightly lower than 2272. It looks like it wants to. It looks like it does that. I just noticed that in a couple other fibs. I didn't point it out, but I did notice that it went a little bit lower than this 2272. Maybe it's finding resistance at the 200, which would be weird. But Jesus Coin, from a price perspective, from a US dollar perspective, not an Ethereum perspective, I think I would say from the current price, we could expect a 70% or a greater move. And it doesn't have to stop there. It could. I mean, it could. It's such a low cap, guys. This coin could really just do spectacular things. Is it going to do spectacular things while Bitcoin and Ethereum and the rest of the crypto market is having a shit show? Probably not. That's probably not going to happen. It could happen, but probably not. It probably won't happen. So don't expect that. Don't hold out for that. If I was in this coin, if I had a friend in this coin or anybody that I was talking to or giving advice in this coin, I would say if you're in it, hold. If you want to buy it, don't be risky with your money. Put whatever you're comfortable. If you have $10,000 in your portfolio, I wouldn't put more than $100 in this coin. I wouldn't put more than 1%. That's what I would say. 1% of your portfolio is worth the risk. If you have more than 1% already, you're in it already, whatever, you've been riding it and you're up more, like if you have 100% of your portfolio, whatever, do what you want to do. I don't think this is a good asset to go very heavy in. If it goes off to the moon and does spectacular things, because it is such a low cap, it could do spectacular things. Your $100, if it's right now at about a $16 million market cap, because homeboy, I forget Alves, I forget your name, but I know it says Alves in it. He told me it was 16 million in the comments, so it's about 16 million now. If you wanted to go to 160 million, which would be a 10x, right? That's here. That's 1,000% gain. 160 million is nothing. If it wanted to do $1 billion, you do 10x from there. Well, then you got 10,000%, right? I mean, this thing, and that's only at $1 billion, right? And we've seen cryptos that are hundreds of billions of dollars. So your $100, if it was to go to 10,000%, that's a 100x. If your $100 did that, 100x from $100 would be $10,000. Yeah, right? Yeah. So you can make $10,000 off of $100. This it's really not an asset that you want to put a lot of money in, because you can make a lot of money with a small amount of money, But on the flip side of all that bullish stuff, right? This coin, it could drop it could drop 70%, and guess what? It's still got a higher low. It could drop 80% and it's still got a higher low. If you put your full, and I'm using 10,000 again as a portfolio. I know most people probably don't have $10,000 in their portfolio, but it's just a round number. So if you have 10,000 and using 1%, and that's $100, and you lose 80%, you lose $8,000 on some coin that I don't know anything about. I don't know if anybody knows anything about it. I'll look more into it. I probably should look more into it. Other than just the fact that it looks good from a charting perspective. That's not smart risk management, and you should really, I really do. I'm hitting this over the head so many times, because I really think if you want to get in this coin, it's either too late or it's too risky. So I would stay away from it. Or if you really want to get in this coin, 1%. If you if you have $100 to your name and you know you're living paycheck to paycheck and you can put $100 into this, go ahead, put 100% in. You know, like go for that. You know, if you want to do that, you don't have to put $1 in. Literally, you know, everybody's circumstance is different. If you have $1 million, definitely don't do more than 1%. Probably not even a 0.5%. Or 1/4% in this thing. But, you know, just it's different for every range of money, every person's portfolio. You have to decide what's best for yourself. And in my personal opinion, I just think it's too risky to get in here. I really do. But if you wanted to get in here, if you're in it already, my genuine expectation, with all that being said, would be that we are going to move more than 60%, probably more than 65% to the upside, and very possibly even make a move that is closer to 100%, you know, or more. It still has that in it, and that'll happen in a very short amount of time. It could even, you know, just as we moved from top to bottom, from bottom to top here, 600%, it could move from the current price. What would that be? You know, like almost 200%. So it could have a 200% move. It could move higher. It could do all that. But is it going to do all this crazy stuff? Again, is it going to do all that magical 100xing? Is it going to do that when we're in the middle of a bear market, whenever Bitcoin's looking very bad, Ethereum's looking very bad, the world economy and like everything that's involved with it is just looking bad? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen. I think a 100% pump will be generous. I think that'll be nice. I'm bullish on Jesus Coin at the moment. But I wanted to kind of clarify today that this is the US dollar chart. Everything I've been using so far, because I went off of the most historical data, was based in Ethereum. So this 200% move that I was talking about, it's not in US dollars. Ethereum can drop in price and Jesus Coin can stay at the same price, and this will go up. This will still go up. So be aware of that. Be aware of that. And then whenever this happens, whenever we do get up here, I will be using this chart still, because when we get in these areas, I would expect Jesus Coin to turn around. I would. It'll probably, what this means based on Ethereum is that it'll probably drop faster than Ethereum. And this will probably be when the rest of crypto is really taking a dump too. So Ethereum will probably be dumping, but a coin like this that, you know, has gone like ridiculous to the upside, right? And on a US dollar perspective, we're up in like a week from low to high. We went up 600%, and right now currently we're sitting at a 461% off of the low. It's 488% right now. This thing could definitely go lower. It could definitely go lower from here, and it can go lower fast. It's a very low cap coin. It doesn't need a lot to move a lot. Anyways, I've said enough. I like it. I do like it. I do think it's going up from here. To clarify, it is a risky asset. If you want to get involved in it, be sure that you're okay with using amounts that are risk appropriate. You know, very low amounts, very, very, very low amounts. I would not bet the bank on this one, but I do like it. I do like it. I do think it wants to go up. The charts do look bullish. I do like it. I'm just not touching it personally. And the reason why I put all these little disclaimers about how risky it is because, man, it could genuinely drop. It could drop more than this. It could drop 90% or more, and it could do it in a day. It could do it in a day. It could do it in an hour. It could literally do it because it's a nothing nobody coin that nobody knows about. It has these weird mysterious readings on it that give it 100 on Uniswap here, which is just ridiculous. You know, like I've never seen anything like that. But other than that, you know, and this is a bullish chart versus Ethereum. It's a very bullish chart versus Ethereum. And you know, potentially in the coming like years or months even, it can just continue to gain value against Ethereum. This might be a contender in the next bull market, but it could. It's so short-lived. It's so new. It could just be a rug pull project, you know? I really don't know. I'm not trying to be blasphemous here, but I'm just saying it's not. There's not enough that I know about this coin to make a very genuine, educated decision. Using what I know about charts, I can make a genuine, educated decision on where I think the price is going to go, you know, all that. But there's more than charts at play here. There are fundamentals that are missing that I don't know, and those can outweigh the chart. They can outweigh the chart. If there's malintention behind this coin and people have a whole lot of it, a surplus of it, and they're ready to rug pull it, it can go down dramatically. Again, though, sprinkle my bullishness in there. It's going up from here. I think it's going up from here. I think it does look like it wants to go up from here. If you wanted to buy it here, You know, it's probably not an ideal time. We could drop, like, really from here, we could drop 28%, 30% and still be fine, and then go higher. So buying here might not be the best thing, but you know, if you're okay with super volatile ranges, you could be looking at a 100% pump very soon. Very soon, you know. Like this pump here, this is a 60% pump in a day, but it went all the way up. Let's see, it had 345%. You know, we could see a 100% pump in a day. It could happen. It could be today. It could be tomorrow. It could, you know, it could happen over a few days. But I think it is going to happen. I think anywhere from like a 60 to 100-ish% pump will happen in price. Other than, you know, obvious bearish readings. Other than that, which we don't have yet. So right now I'm bullish. I keep saying the same stuff over and over again, so I'm going to end the video there. If you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe. I really appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, take care. Take care. Careful. Be careful with this one. I do think it's going higher, but be careful. Okay, adios. Bye-bye.